bleed out. And that's your kill leader going. Grumps taken down to about 75% health. That's a good nade from Loki's. Gets him down to about half. Just a little below. Loki's trying to see if he can spot out ahead anything over the top of that crate. But nothing going so far. Head kick. You can see him off in the distance. Cozy still slowly bleeding out. Hasn't been finished off just yet. Grumps pushing with the micro Uzi. Nefror is going to find Nikos as well. Nefror doing work from that anchor position in the backside. He's found 2 now. Can he find any more? They've lost track of head kick, so they don't know if he's pushing around the backside on him. Bad man going to push around. Head kick's going to find him, as he maybe was a little bit too aggressive there. Meanwhile, Grumps going for the res onto Cozy, and he's actually getting away with it. His head kick is doing some serious work here. He gets 2, and they get the flush as well onto Badman. Loki's, meanwhile, is flushed out by Grumps and BA Elites. Things started off so good for them, and now it fell apart so fast. As Jay All Day down to 29 HP. You can see he's got the helmet and the armor, but he's got no healing. Nefror going to try to hold the angle on the side here, while Grumps has made his way inside the building. Nico's still slowly bleeding off in the distance. Meanwhile, Sadie's pushing through Burium. Canaxi's looks like Naradra is going to find one. Canaxi going to try to send some shots into another. Not going to find it, though, as KJ gets taken to about half health. Naradra still taking shots from range through the windows. Looks like Yuri should be able to get rezzed here, as Sadie's in a little bit of trouble in the center of the circle. There's an overview. You can see where everybody is. Few teams still have to make their way in. The fight between Ferox and BA Elite still going on here, as it comes inside the warehouse. Nefror, what we can find. 2 shots. He's down to about 5. But he's got to reload. He gets Nico so low. Almost had him. And Jay All Day is going to go down to a flank. And here comes the push, and that's going to be it for BA Elites. They get wiped out in 16th place, as Ferox fighting the early fight well. Burium now, they're back onto Sadie's. 2 down, as Sadie's tried to make the move, tried to get out of this compound, but they were absolutely destroyed. KJ now hiding behind a tree. I don't know how long he can make that last, as Canaxi has good line on him. The rest of Burium still up high. Sadie's just having the worst day so far. The most forgettable day. We'll definitely want to maybe take a break after this one and just go back to the drawing board, as Godmau is going to push in, and that's going to be Sadie's going down. 5 games, 0 points, 0 kills for Team Sadie's, a team that looked impressive, to say the least, during the group stage. They managed to make it to late games with 4 up and play it slow and play it clean, and they managed to get a nice little stack of kills. Towards, I mean, they had wins, but things just not going their way today. And every team has bad days, chat. Every team. No matter who you are, you can have a bad day, and this is definitely one of those for Sadie's. Divine going to spot out one of the Fury boys. He's going to pop the tire. Leo gets Waikika down low, but Waikika is going to be able to break the line of sight here and stay alive for a little bit longer, as he was trying to rotate in. The rest of his squad a little bit farther away. Leo going to try to reposition and see if he can maybe spot out Waikika as he runs away. Myth. Meanwhile, Duckman's trying to work on the hillside while the rest of his squad holds down a compound. Not unusual to see Duckman splitting away from the team like that. Try to gain some more information. Meanwhile, QC4 Horsemen have run into Burium. They're going to lose Eddie to Job Jab. Good shooting coming out from him. 1 kill picked up for QC4 Horsemen. But it's immediately going to get traded back by Chabrit as Victim Rise. Very widespread, and Chabrit using that to his advantage, coming up over the top to find a free kill. Another one in the pocket for VTR. New circle pops, and what the heck is that? Huh. Well, that's unfortunate, chat. I don't think anybody was expecting this thing to go that way, but look at MSC Theraton. They're feeling fantastic as they come in from the north side. VTR already on the move. They're getting shot at from range here. Oh, this is VTF, rather. I'm sorry. Victim FTF. Trying to make their way in, and we are about to see some crazy rotations, as I don't think anybody anticipated this circle going this way. You can see the last few players of Buriram already in center, and meanwhile MSC Theraton moved their way in from the north side here. Archangel Predator, Mad Dog, their scout, managed to push up here just as QC was pushing in. We'll take a few shots at the passing vehicles. Tong K is going to get the shots and the down. Good shooting coming out of the Golden Cats. Tong K was our kill leader after the group stage, and there he goes showing why, as he nailed the shots. Now he's in kind of a rough position here. He would love to get that flush, but he's surrounded by Archangel Predator. He doesn't really have any support too close. It looks like Maxone is going to come up here and try to give it to him. Because Tonke will get that flush. Tinoy, meanwhile, a little bit further off. Tonke just going to hop in the vehicle, most likely try to get out of there as Ferox gets eliminated by Victim FTF. All 4 members going into the pocket of FTF there. Teddy, the only one taken even remotely low. Not sure what happened there. It had to be a rotation issue, though. That's what happens when we get these crazy circles here. As 6 sacks, we'll find out Algin bots. And Archangel Predator now down 2. Victim Rise and the Dark Purple trying to make their way towards the center of the circle, but you can see how many teams have a line of sight onto this. They're taking all types of shots. Doesn't look like they've gotten any downs just yet. But that middle of the circle is getting real messy. As Divine now trying to make their way into a compound. Looks like Turtle should be able to get there, but Canaxi gonna land the shots before he can break line of sight. Good shooting coming out from Canaxi, something we've come to expect from that Buriram squad. Duckmans will spot out Kamals as well for VTR. And now this is where it's going to start opening up, Chad. A lot of kills about to come through. Lock is already down, but Crit going to come up over the top, take the shots through the smoke, see what they can find. QC4 Horseman has been eliminated out of this game. Gex Ace now turning their attention towards a combination of Myth and VTR. So many teams right here in the middle. Gex Ace does get the res onto Lockslock, and he will be able to heal. Meanwhile, looks like McCrit spotted out a potential flank coming out of Myth, but it's going to be called off, because now they can focus over towards VTR. Samoy, Genfos, Chabrit trying to work along the edge, staying just out of the line of sight of GEX Ace. New circle is about to pop, and it's going to go dead center. Pretty much the only place it could go. Waikikamu Cow is going to find out Tanoy, and that's going to be Golden Cats losing one more. as Six-Axe and Magsonis try to make their way in. I'm not sure where Tonke is. I've lost him along the way here somewhere. So we check back in. Myth Duckman's looks like he still would really enjoy getting involved in this fight, but the rest of his squad is nowhere near him. It's one thing to be able to do that early game, but late game, whenever you've got fights going on all around you, it just puts yourself at an unnecessary risk. So Duckman's just trying to play it safe for right now. If anything presents itself, he'll probably take the shot, but for now, he's not going to push anything aggressively. Archangel Predator, you can see them making their way in on the southern part of this circle, just outside of the blue. They have a little bit of a spot in front of them that they can make their way into, but you obviously need to be careful because you've got Myth and you've got Cerberus just off to the north. Fury going to make their way in on this southeastern edge. They've got Golden Cats just off in the distance. It looks like they may have broken line of sight for now. Meanwhile, Divine, he did manage to get the res on a turtle. They're back up to 3 strong, holding down the compound. Fury trying to find some kind of angle, see if anybody from Divine peeks. You can see Juxi just kind of avoiding line of sight right now, working along that ridge line. Waikikamukow still in the back, looking over the top, making sure that nobody pushes on top of Juxi here. New circle about to pop. We'll see where it goes. Most of our teams off to the south, and that's where the circle is going to go, right to the south. MSC Theriton now going to have to move. Victim FTF going to have to move down to the south as well. Cerberus just off to the west. They'll have to make their way inside the circle as well. They have got GEX Ace in front of them. Both squads still 4 strong. Duckman's still serving as the scout. Meanwhile, Julio and Esquelisa waiting to see if anybody comes up behind them. They've got Archangel Predator just off to their west, but they haven't spotted them out just yet. And look at this, Vanotica will spot out one. Boss will get picked out of the car as Victim FTF tried to make the run through, but they run right into MSC. They're going to have to pull off. They're very split now after their rotation. Julio going to spot AAP, and that's going to be Archangel Predator going out in 12th place. CJ and Killa getting taken out both by Julio. Duckmans is going to be returning fire down onto Fury, as Fury is going to be pushing Myth, and Julio gets taken out and flushed. So Duckmans tried to protect his team, but in the end it wasn't enough. So they end up losing one more. Meanwhile, Cerberus now pushing onto GEX Ace. This compound is just barely inside circle. And GEX Ace looks like they are waiting and ready for this push. They're going to open it up with the down onto Haisaki. McCrit landing the first good shot. Cerberus pulling back a little bit to regroup. Most likely we'll try to go for that res. McCrit looks like he'd like to wrap around onto this if he can. Lockslock, meanwhile, has taken the low ground flank. Hasn't been able to find an angle, though, so Cerberus is able to get the res off. You can see the smokes are down. Tycon going to land at least one shot back on the Lockslock. The grenade going to take him low. That might be another one. That might take him down, and yes, it will. Basil going to have the perfect line on that grenade as Lockslock gets taken out. Yelly trying to work the fence line, but he's getting taken very low here. He's going to go down to Basil as well, as Cerberus now collapsing on top of GEX Ace. McCrit and Life, the last two up. McCrit just holding the angle, and oh my God, Tycon takes him apart as Life is now all by himself. Cerberus just absolutely roasting GEX Ace. Basil taking the shots back. Life still fairly full health. He's going to try to do something, but he can't do it. As Cerberus pushes through, Duckman's going to land a long range shot over onto Basil, but they should be able to get that res. We'll wait and see where this next circle takes us. You can see Victim Rise right in the middle. And they're going to be in the middle of the again as the new circle pops. Fury trying to make their way past Divine here. Waikakamukau gets taken low, but not enough to flush him out. Juxi trying to see if he can spot any of these Divine players through an angle, but he's going to get taken low by Turtle. Gonna have to turn his attention back, but look at the GC boys. Six Slacks right in position, and he absolutely lights Juxi up. Never even expected it. As Waikakamukau now the last player up for Fury. He's going to try to make a run. Meanwhile, Magsonis coming from the same angle that Juxi was just coming from, waiting to see if any of the Divine gang tries to make a run out of their compound. Oh, Waikakamukau gets spotted out by Duckmans, and that's going to be Fury, our first place team, going out in 9th place. Victim Rise still alive. They could hop up here. They're set up to have a nice game, and the circles keep favoring them a little bit. Cerberus, meanwhile, turning their attention over towards BA next. They've gotten one down. They'll get the flush as well on the Rain. Tycon landing some pretty good shots here this round. As you can see, most of Cerberus already starting to head towards circle. Tycon and Hibaki are going to stay behind, send a few more shots over towards BA. Hisaki. I'm having a hard time seeing these names on my screen, chat. It's a little bit blurry for me. Apologize for that. So BA next. They'll stay alive. They've still got 3 up here. See a few teams over off to the east. MSC Theriton taking shots over at the Burium gang. Burium still 3 strong inside the compound. BA next going to spot out Cerberus over the top. M0 going to take a few shots, land a few hits, but not get any downs. BA next still has a nice little ridge line to work with here. They can just peek up over the top, take shots, drop back down, reposition, peek up over again. New circle's going to pop. Where are we heading? All right, right on top of the Burium compound. It's been a while since we've seen any shots come out of Victim Rise. They've been playing this very patiently and very quietly, just lying in their position. Nobody has been shooting their way, but they have also not been taking any shots towards anybody else either. So just lying in wait for the right time to strike here, as Cerberus still sending shots back and forth with BA next. Meanwhile, Myth, you've got Esqualisa and Duckmans right in a trap position here. Cerberus, I don't think, is expecting this at all. And here comes the push from Basil. He's going to pop up first. Esqualisa will get the first down and the flush. And that immediately opens things up here. Cerberus tries to send one low. The grenades are going to come out. This is what Maiden Thailand was waiting for. Duckman's going to go down to Hisaki. Esqualisa, the last one up. The grenades and the Molotovs aren't finding where they need to land. As Esqualisa going to try to reposition a little bit. He's going to get taken out by Subang, though, as that was well pushed there by Cerberus. But now they have to turn their attention towards Divine as Divine is pushing up. Victim Rise now using this as their opportunity to finally pop up and start taking shots. Get taken a little bit low, and they haven't gotten any downs just yet. But they're starting to become active. As you can see, Samoy trying to hold BA next at bay, while Genfoss and Shibrit turn their attention over towards Cerberus. K-Bites is coming in with a good flank. Levi is actually going to find Subang, but not immediately after. Haisaki going to get that down and the flush. Shibrit going to find Nikki. Tycon will get the flush. It's down to just Turtle as Turtle makes his way through the smokes. Cerberus proving to be extremely strong. This is the team that we saw during the group stages that came in first place. As MSC Theraton now have to try to make their way across the road. Buriram haven't left. Divine gets spotted out. Turtle's going to go down to Cerberus, and now Cerberus going to turn their attention over to VTR. Genfoss comes out a little bit too aggressively. And he's going to get spotted and flushed by Subang. Haisaki going to take the shots over towards MSC. Venotica gets taken extremely low, but not enough to finish him off. New circle pops, and it's going off to the west. Buriram's compound still in. MSC has to push in, though. You can see Rosseted and Jankyu have already made their way across the road. Meanwhile, Yoshiminburi and Venotica still have to make their way over. Cerberus, I think, is waiting for them to make that move because they have a nice little angle on this. Buriram already has 4 kills, so they can afford to play this a little bit more safely and wait for the appropriate time to strike here. Is Haisaki going to take the shots into the smoke, but not going to find Venotica? Venotica is going to be able to make his way across the road. Yoshiminburi pushes across on a motorcycle and manages to stay alive here as Haisaki got taken low. Cerberus, 9 kills now. Still 3 strong. Working these cliff edges. Seeing if they can maybe third party off of this fight between MSC and Buriram. VTR, meanwhile, still have 2 up. BA next still have 2 up. Working in from the north side. Lots of shots coming out, lots of damage being done, but no downs really found just yet. Looks like Cerberus may be turning their attention back towards the north here. Meanwhile, Naradra and Canaxi have to hold the push from MSC. You can see a crate has fallen in the dead center of this circle. I don't think anybody will be going for that anytime soon. But you never know. You never know. Subang going to take a few shots over the top at Victim Rise. They are going to pull off, force him to pull off as well. MSC trying to make the breach here. This is a very difficult building to breach. And look at that. Jankyu's going to find 1. Naradra going to find 2. And Jankyu's going to try to trade it back. Can Naradra get 3? No, he can't, but he can get him low enough for his teammate to find him. As Yoshiminburi now going to see if maybe he can cook that grenade up there. Naradra going to have to drop down. Yoshiminburi reads him like a book. Gets him down to about half HP. Can he get it? No, he can't. Buriram, the 2-man squad, flush out MSC. As we said, that is a really difficult position to push, even if you are a 4-man squad, because there are just so many angles that you cannot be expecting. Meanwhile, Cerberus going to push on to Victim Rise, and they will get eliminated in 4th place. 11 kills now on the books for Cerberus. BA next still have Bites and Savior up. Canaxi and Naradra still up for Buriram. What a fantastic hold of that church from Buriram. Will it be enough to get them the win, though? It's going to be difficult. Cerberus has the high ground. They have the center of the circle. They still have 3 strong. They've also got 11 kills. This Tycon looks like he's already got 5. He might be making a push to try to enter that top fraggers club. Canaxi has left the church. He's going to be wrapping around from the north side. Meanwhile, Bites and Savior right on top of each other. Naradra, meanwhile, staying inside the building. Next circle is last circle. We're going to go dead center. And it is just to the north of that crate. You can see the little asterisk on your mini-map. Cerberus have pretty much complete control over this. If any of these other 2 teams are going to win, what needs to happen is somebody needs to get a down onto one of these Cerberus players and turn it into a 2v2v2. The circle's starting to push in. Naradra takes a lot of blue damage here. He's going to get dropped down to about just a little below 50% health. Hisaki going to take the shots over towards Canaxi. Smoke is down for Canaxi. Looks like Naradra might have spotted out Savior briefly. K-Bite's going to find Subong, and that's what we were looking for. We wanted the down on the Cerberus. It's going to be it. Canaxi going to get the down on the K-Bites. Hisaki going to get the down on the Canaxi, and we're trading back and forth here. Hisaki and Tycon now in a 2v1v1. Savior has been taken low. Naradra going to try to heal up a little bit as well. K-Bites goes down. It's down to just Savior. 12 kills for Cerberus. As Subong bleeds out. He's going to take the smoke and the flashbang. Left behind for him. Naradra, you can see him working on the edge of this cliff. He needs to be careful. That's a good grenade. It's going to drop Tycon down to half health. Savior gets spotted out, though, by Hisaki. So now it's a 1v2. Naradra working around the crate, but Hisaki going to find him. Good shooting